If you're searching for clarity, if you feel that life could give you more but you don't know what to change first, if you want to understand why some people manifest success effortlessly while others struggle, then this video is for you. Welcome to the channel. I'm really glad you're here today. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The hidden power that shapes your reality. The core truth most people never learn. Everything you see around you, your results, your struggles, your opportunities, even your limitations, are not random. They are not caused by luck. They are not controlled by other people. They are not decided by the past. They are the visible expression of your inner state. Your outer world is a mirror, and what it reflects is not your words, not your wishes, but your dominant feeling of being. This is where most people fail. They think change happens by force, by effort, by motivation, by chasing goals harder. But reality works differently. Reality responds to what you feel to be true about yourself. Conscious versus subconscious, the real mechanism of creation. Inside you, there are two levels of mind: the conscious mind, the thinking, choosing, deciding part, and the subconscious mind, the creative, automatic, obedient part. The conscious mind chooses ideas. The subconscious mind accepts feelings as facts and turns them into reality. Here is the key rule. The subconscious does not argue. It does not judge. It does not check if something is true or false. It only asks one question. What does this person feel to be true? And once a feeling is accepted, it must be expressed. Why wanting is not enough. Most people live in this state. I want to be successful. I want more money. I want confidence. I want freedom. But wanting is a confession of lack. To want something means I do not have it. And the subconscious hears only that. That's why affirmations fail. That's why motivation fades. That's why people stay stuck. Because what dominates is not what you want, but what you feel you are. The law of feeling simplified. Let's make this very clear. Feeling comes first. Reality comes second. Never the opposite. You don't feel confident because you succeed. You succeed because you feel confident first. You don't feel abundant because you have money. You have money because you feel abundant first. A change of feeling equals a change of destiny. Your body is proof. Look at your body, your posture, your breathing, your energy, your tension. Your body is an emotional record. Long-term fear creates illness. Suppressed anger creates exhaustion. Chronic doubt creates limitation. Your feelings don't stay inside. They solidify into form. The danger of uncontrolled emotion. Every feeling you accept without awareness becomes a command. Feeling failure without correcting it produces more failure. Feeling regret repeatedly recreates the same situations. Feeling powerless attracts conditions that confirm powerlessness. The subconscious is loyal, not intelligent. It serves whatever you give it. Why your life feels repetitive. Ever notice this? Different job, same problems. Different people, same patterns. Different goals, same frustration. That's because the inner feeling never changed. You don't experience life as it is. You experience life as you are. The shift that changes everything. The moment you stop trying to fix the outside and start changing the inner assumption, everything begins to reorganize. You don't fight circumstances. You outgrow them. You don't force results. You become the version that naturally attracts them. Now stop for a moment. Ask yourself honestly,
What do I feel myself to be most of the time? Because that answer explains everything. In the next part, we will go deeper and reveal why nighttime and sleep are the most powerful manifestation tools, how to reprogram your subconscious effortlessly, and how to plant a new identity that replaces the old one. If this message spoke to you, okay, subscribe to the channel. Comment, "I'm ready," because Part 2 will change how you use your mind forever.
Part 2. Sleep, where your future is programmed. If you're still here, that means something inside you is awake, because most people never go this deep. In the first part, you discovered a powerful truth. Your life follows your dominant feeling of being. Now we go deeper, because there is a specific moment every single day where your subconscious becomes completely open. A moment where resistance disappears, where logic shuts down, where creation begins. That moment is before sleep. Why sleep is not just rest. Most people think sleep is rest for the body. That's only half the truth. Sleep is the gateway to the subconscious. During the day, your conscious mind filters everything. It doubts, it questions, it resists change. But at night, that guard goes down, and whatever you feel as you fall asleep becomes the blueprint for tomorrow. The last feeling wins. Here is a law most people ignore. Your last dominant feeling before sleep controls your next day. Not your goals, not your plans, not your intentions, your feeling. If you fall asleep worried, you wake up anxious. If you fall asleep frustrated, you wake up heavy. If you fall asleep satisfied, life starts responding differently. Why? Because once asleep, you have no choice. Your subconscious takes over completely. Why life repeats itself? Think about this carefully. If every night you fall asleep thinking about problems, replaying conversations, feeling regret, feeling not enough, then every night you reprogram the same identity, and the next day only confirms it. This is why people say, "I feel stuck in a loop," because they are. Sleep is a creative act. Sleep is not passive, it is creative. When you sleep, your subconscious accepts your self-image, organizes events, prepares reactions, shapes circumstances. You wake up thinking you're free, but the tone of your day was already decided. The only question that matters. Before sleep, ask yourself one simple question. If my desire was already fulfilled, how would I feel? Not what you would say, not what you would do. What would you feel? Relief? Confidence? Peace? Gratitude? That feeling is the seed. How to impress the subconscious, step by step. Step 1. Physical relaxation. Lie down comfortably, body still, breathing slow. The body must be calm so the mind can become receptive. Step 2. Mental withdrawal. Stop analyzing the day. Stop fixing problems. You are not here to think. You are here to feel. Step 3. Assume the end. Do not imagine the process. Do not imagine how. Only imagine the result already done. A short mental scene. A simple moment. Then drop the scene and keep the feeling. Step 4. Fall asleep in that feeling. This is crucial. Do not force sleep. Let sleep come naturally. The feeling must be the last thing you carry. Why effort ruins manifestation? Many people try too hard. They force visualization. They repeat affirmations aggressively. They fight doubt. That creates tension, and tension is a feeling too. The subconscious responds to ease, not force. That's why effort kills results. Yielding versus forcing. There is a difference between trying to make something happen and allowing yourself to feel it is already done. Creation happens through yielding. The moment you truly accept the end, you stop caring about failure. because internally it's finished. The identity shift. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what matches who you believe you are. When you sleep feeling successful, you don't try to succeed the next day. You act naturally like someone who already is, and the world adjusts. Why signs come after, not before? Many people say, "I'll believe it when I see it." But life works in reverse. First comes belief, then comes proof. Signs follow, they never precede. Waiting for evidence is a trap. The mirror principle. Your world is not testing you, it is reflecting you. If nothing changes outside, it's because nothing changed inside. Sleep is where you change the inside without effort. The most important rule: never sleep feeling defeated, angry, guilty, hopeless, because that's what you give life permission to multiply. You don't need to fix everything. You only need to shift the feeling. Tonight, don't ask life for anything. Instead, decide who you are and fall asleep feeling that truth. In the next part, we will reveal why prayer is not asking, but becoming. How to enter the passive state where change is instant, and how to dissolve inner resistance completely.
Part 3. Prayer, the art of becoming. In the previous parts, you discovered two powerful truths. Your life mirrors your dominant feeling. Sleep is where your future is programmed. Now we move into something even deeper, because there is a state of consciousness where change does not take time. That state is often misunderstood. People call it prayer, but prayer is not what most people think. What prayer is not. Prayer is not begging. Prayer is not asking an external power. Prayer is not repeating words mechanically. If prayer was asking, most people would already have everything they want. Prayer is something else entirely. What prayer really is. Prayer is a controlled inner state, a state where the senses become quiet, the mind stops fighting, the inner feeling becomes dominant. Prayer is the art of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, not hoping, not wishing, not waiting, becoming. Why the senses are the enemy of change. Your senses are trained to believe the past. They report what has already happened, what already exists, what has already failed. If you rely on the senses, you stay loyal to old results. That's why real prayer requires withdrawing attention from the outer world. The passive state explained. For prayer to work, effort must disappear. Effort creates resistance. Resistance blocks impression. The mind must enter a passive, receptive state, a state similar to deep relaxation, daydreaming, or the moment before sleep. In this state, ideas go straight to the subconscious. How to enter the prayer state. Practical guide. Step 1. Physical comfort. Sit or lie down comfortably. No tension, no discomfort. The body must feel safe. Step 2. Mental stillness. Close your eyes. Slow your breathing. Don't fight thoughts. Let them pass. You are not controlling. You are allowing. Step 3. The feeling shift. Now imagine the end result. Not the journey, not the struggle, just the final state. Then stop imagining and feel. Feeling is the language. The subconscious does not understand words. It understands emotional tone, inner conviction, felt reality. When the feeling changes, the command is given. Why forcing belief fails. Many people try to believe, but belief cannot be forced. The moment you say, "I'm trying to believe," you admit doubt. Prayer works when you yield. You accept internally that it's done. The moment of acceptance. There is a moment in true prayer where something clicks. You stop caring about how. You stop worrying about when. A calm certainty replaces effort. That is the moment of impression. Why indifference is a sign of success. After real prayer, you feel calm, neutral, unattached. This is not giving up. This is confidence. When you know the end is secured, you don't stress. Why repetition is sometimes needed. If the feeling is weak, repetition helps. Not repetition of words, repetition of state. Each time you enter the passive state, you reinforce the same identity. You don't change others, you change how you feel about them. When your inner assumption shifts, behavior around you adjusts automatically. Life responds to identity. You are not rewarded for effort, you are rewarded for alignment. Life gives you experiences that match your self-concept. The biggest mistake people make: they pray once, then return to doubt. Every doubt weakens the impression. Prayer must be followed by inner loyalty. Prayer is not something you do, it's a state you enter. And once entered properly, life has no choice but to respond. In the final part, we will uncover why feeling is the ultimate creative force, how to live from the end effortlessly, and how to maintain the new identity permanently. If this part spoke to you, subscribe to the channel. Comment, "I become before I receive."
Part 4. Feeling, the final key that changes everything. If you're listening to this final part, understand this clearly. You now hold the complete mechanism of inner creation. Not theory, not philosophy, but a practical understanding of how reality responds to you. Everything we've discussed so far leads to one final truth, a truth so simple, yet so ignored. Feeling is the creative force. Why feeling is stronger than thought? Thoughts come and go. You can think something without believing it. You can say something without feeling it. But feeling? Feeling is belief made alive. The subconscious does not respond to what you say. It responds to what you feel to be true. That's why emotional moments shape lives. Faith is not intellectual agreement. Faith is the inner knowing that something is already true. You don't try to prove it. You don't defend it. You don't explain it. You live from it. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. This is where most people finally understand or finally resist. Life doesn't give you what you desire. Life gives you what matches your self-concept. If you feel unworthy, opportunities feel distant. If you feel chosen, doors open naturally. If you feel powerful, obstacles dissolve. The end must be assumed. Manifestation is not moving toward a goal. It is starting from the end. When the end is accepted internally, the means organize themselves automatically. You don't need to push. You don't need to plan excessively. Life rearranges itself to confirm you. Why waiting is the enemy? Waiting means I am not yet. And not yet is a state. If you live in not yet, that's what repeats. The moment you shift to I am, waiting disappears. Living from the end, daily practice. Living from the end does not mean pretending. It means reacting as the person you want to be, choosing from identity, not fear, responding calmly instead of emotionally. You don't fake confidence, you feel grounded. Emotional discipline is the real mastery. Mastery is not controlling the world. Mastery is controlling your inner reaction. You may not control events, but you control the feeling you accept. And the dominant feeling always wins. The power of mood awareness. Your mood is your creative position. A bad mood sustained becomes a future problem.
A calm mood sustained becomes stability. A confident mood sustained becomes success. Don't fight moods, redirect them. Replacing the old identity. You don't destroy the old self, you starve it. Stop feeding it with emotional attention. Every time you choose a new feeling, you weaken the old pattern. Consistency creates permanence. Why resistance appears before breakthrough. When you change internally, the old identity fights back. Doubt appears. Fear whispers. Old habits resurface. This is not failure. This is confirmation that change is working. The world will catch up. There is always a delay, not because it's not working, but because identity shifts first. Stay loyal to the feeling. Reality will follow. You are always creating. There is no neutral state. You are either creating consciously or repeating unconsciously. The choice is moment to moment. The final instruction. Stop asking life to change. Decide who you are. Feel it, live it, sleep in it, and let life do the rest. If this series shifted something inside you, don't let it fade. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, "I choose my inner state," because this is not motivation, this is a new way of living. And remember, change the feeling, and the world has no choice but to follow.